Okay, now I'm taking out the classic 350. This is the bike that everybody sort of raves about. This is the one that's got so many brilliant reviews. Oop, there's an old here. So I'm going to take that out on the same route and see how we get on. I must say, it does look pretty. It does look a pretty bike. So let's do one. Right, so first impressions. Again, gearbox is nice and smooth. Actually quite, oh look, a little Hudson. So, let's have a gander around that same old route. This feels a lot softer, I must say. This does feel a lot softer than the other one. Ooh. Yeah, there we go. Right, so this is the classic 350, and it's again, you have to cancel the indicator, but this is a 5-speed. I must say it does purr along quite nicely. Oh, we've got a bit of a wait here. Waiting for somebody to go across and then we're away. So there's no gear indicator on it, but hopefully it won't rain on us. Definitely don't want any rain on us. But I must say, this is quite sweet. This is a proper little bubble along. So this is the 350 Classic. It's an air-cooled engine. It's got 5 speeds. We're ticking along at 45 in a 60. Again, cars in front of us. But it does feel nice. It's comfortable, nice soft seat. I must say the seat is quite pleasant. I just wish they'd move along a little bit quicker. You get a nice open road like this and you've got people mincing along. Who'd have thought it, eh? Who'd have thought it? They could have read the signs and put the foot down. I guess unlike the 650, you have to plan out your overtaking route a little bit more with this. So let's give it a little bit. Yeah. So you definitely have to think about your overtaking. Come on, knobhead. Oh, you go any fucking slower? that's it, and we're up and away. Yeah, so with the 350 you have to think about overtaking, but it's winding up to 60 mile an hour, so here we go. This is 60, and it feels quite comfortable. There's not a lot of vibration to it. Bear in mind this is a single and not a twin. So now we're coming into Lyndhurst, so we have to slow down a bit. So we'll take it nice and easy through here. There we go. So this is the little bumpy bit you go through. Try and avoid the holes. Try and avoid the holes. Again, it just handles. It's just so light. It's a lovely little bike to ride. So we're going left here. So we just have to follow this through, and then we'll go left again, and then we're back on the open road going through the New Forest. Well, certainly picked the right day to come through here. So yesterday was a horrible, miserable day. Tomorrow doesn't look that pretty. So today was the right day to do it. And that's it, New Mill and A35. I think that's 5 gears we've gone through. Yeah, absolutely, it's a joy to ride. I mean, it's a little underpowered, but I've just jumped off a 650. Last time I took out the Meteor, which is the same engine, I just jumped off of a 1200 with 150 brake horsepower. A little bit of difference. This is purring along quite nicely at 50 mile an hour. Mustn't grumble. It's got a similar feel. I mean, shotgun's got the similar feel, but a bit more power. So this is comfortable at 60. Not sure I want to go any faster than this, but it just feels nice. It's comfortable, it's a nice riding position. And yeah, one mustn't grumble. Only mind about traffic. It's a nice cottage, lousy position. All through here there are campsites, and lots of them are shut at the moment. There are a few that are open during the winter, all year round. Here we go. He's decided to speed up a bit. And some nice bendy bits. Lovely. say, this is a nice route that they've given us to go on. So you've got some nice open roads to start with, and then you've got a windy bit through the over the hills there. So that's it, we're off to Burley. I remember where the turn when I get back into Brockenhurst. So we've got some really nice trips planned out this year that I want to go and do. When I pick up the new Hemi, I'm going to get a bike actually allocated to me today. When I get back, I'm going to have a chat with Claire. We're going to look through the accessories I'm after. Going to look at an actual chassis and bike allocated to me, so quite excited for that. Then I've got a trip when I come and pick it up. I'm going to be doing it's about 250 mile route from Brockenhurst, taking in a couple of cafes, and then back home, and then from there I'll bring it back over here for its first service. Once we've got a first service out of the way, then I've got a few trips planned for it. So it's going to be another about 4 weeks before we get the bike, unfortunately, because we're not quite 100% sure where it is. But they promise it's going to be sort of in the first couple of weeks of April, which is brilliant. That gives us about 6 weeks before I go on a big trip. So I'm getting used to the bike, obviously, getting used to packing the bike up, and the amount of equipment I'm going to be taking, and refining what I'm going to be doing with it. So yeah. So I've got a first trip planned out, which is about 250 mile round robin, just to get the first mileage out of the way, and then I'm going to having a trip up to the Midlands, I think. There's a couple of places I want to go and visit, and then on the 1st of June we're off on the month-long trip, culminating when I get back with the Adventure Bike Riders Festival, and that I'm really looking forward to this year. So I should bring you reports on all of this as we go through the year. So there's lots of stuff to look forward to on the adventures on a Royal Enfield Himalayan, the G450. So some of the places that we're going to be visiting, we're going to be looking at the D-Day landing beaches and some of the actions that went on there. Then we're going over to Compiègne, where they signed the armistice. Then we're going down and doing some of the classic roads, the National 500 in Germany, down onto the Grimsel in Switzerland, and then coming up over the top to Munich. From Munich, we're having a couple of days in Munich, and then we're off to Berchtesgaden. After Berchtesgaden, we're going to do the Eagle's Nest, and then from there we're coming up to Nuremberg, and from Nuremberg that's when I'll leave the guys, because I'm going with a couple of other guys. And I'm heading off then to Prague, and I'm going to be looking at the Operation Anthropoid, the assassination of Heinrich. I'm going to go and look at a village called Leibweiss, where the Germans, after the death of Heinrich, massacred loads of people in that village. After that, I'm off to Stalag Luft 3, where the Great Escape took place. So the Great Escape, and a point of note, Stalag Luft 3, although the Great Escape happened from there in March 1944, also the wooden horse also left from there. So it's a double escape. The wooden horse, if you remember, the guys used a folding horse, and 3 of them finally got away, and all 3 of them managed to do a home run, whereas there was 78 got away from on the Great Escape. Only 3 of them made home runs. There was 2 Norwegians and a Dutchman were the ones that actually got away from the Great Escape. There was 50 murdered by the Germans. I mean, that's quite an attrition. Lovely bumpy through here, but this feels a little bit softer than the shotgun. The shotgun was a little bit slightly harder ride, but this is nice. This is really nice through here. So from Stalag Luft 3, I'm then going to be heading up to Poznan in Poland. So I'm going to be in Poland anyway, in Sangin, where the Great Escape took place, and then going up to Poznan, and there's a couple of museums I want to go and have a look up there. And then after that I'm heading to Berlin, and in Berlin I'm going to go and look where I used to live. Going to do a couple of other bits and pieces in Berlin, obviously swing by Checkpoint Charlie and bits and pieces like that. There's a mate of mine lives in Berlin, so I'm going to touch base with him. Then from Berlin I'm heading then over to Celle. I'm going to have a look at where we used to be camped, or where our base was in Celle. And from Celle I'm heading north then up to Puttgarden to catch a ferry. Going to be catching a ferry across the Rudby in Denmark. Then I'm going up to Copenhagen. In Copenhagen I'm going to go and have a look at the Resistance Museum. And then from Copenhagen I'm heading back down and coming back down, looking at going to drop in at a couple of places, stopping off at Münster. Going to stop off at Münster on the way back, go and have a look at our old camp and some of the old haunts I used to hang out in when I was in Münster. Then from there I'm coming over into Holland. I'm going to go to Overloon. Overloon was there's a Resistance Museum, there's a Second World War museum there, so I'm going to have a look at that. And then I'm either going to come back via Harwich, or the Hook Harwich, or maybe have to come back via Dover. And then I've got a day or two to turn round before going off to the Adventure Bike Riders Festival, which is up at Ragley Hall in Warwickshire. So I'm looking forward to that.